It's like no matter how hard I keep digging through this stuff and selling it, it just it's still here. It always looks like this. And of course when you're buying stuff and bringing it home, oh yeah, just a little bit more will be fine, a little bit more. And again, it's just one room. Oh my God, we gotta get rid of more stuff. I got rid of that Batman. Yeah, the Batman stuff. I'm just like we're good. So here's a fun one. This is one of those cheapy items that you would win at the arcades, and I was pretty happy with this. This is Miku Hatsune. Look at this lenticular. Look at all the characters it has. I won that for like $10. I was so happy. I was in Osaka at Denden Town, like late at night. All the stores are closed. Just a few of these crane machine places are open, and I was like, yeah, yeah. Cause you're so excited when you get the big prize, right? When you win those. I love that stuff. I love metal drop coin games. Though they weren't as exciting. There was a newer one, a Dragon Quest I was playing, and I never seen it before. I was been in Japan for a while. And I was like, this is awesome. I thought you would actually win the little minifigures in a ball when they drop, and actually, no, you just play against them and it recycles it in the game. You don't win an actual prize. I was all excited about that. Exclusive Dragon Warrior golem minifigure they can only win in the metal drop machine. And that's core for me. Going to the arcade, I was playing Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat 2 when I was a bit younger, but I still like it to this day, is metal coin drop. There are big, huge YouTube channels dedicated to, and then of course there's fraud, like we won this amount of money, like no you didn't, it's all fake. And then there's videos of the fraud for metal drop. It's a whole world. So that being said, yeah, I probably should get rid of the links. I did a video with this links earlier, and you know what, I at this point I know I am not gonna play this links. There's no time. There's so many wonderful games, and I'm just not, it's just let stuff go. If you want it back, you can get it back, right, guys? So that being said, let's get to our next tub. Get a little clearer there. I'm literally picking these out just at random. Let's do the, I need stuff for sale. That's what it really comes down to. So I'm going to choose one of these two tubs right now. Here's some Z builders, some Zoids. I love the Zoids line, man. And I had these extra kicking around because I wasn't sure if I had them. Because there was one tub with all the Zoids from Hasbro like packed away, and I'm like, might be that one. What we got? We got Power Rangers, and we got Toy Biz. But did we go through this Toy Biz? I don't remember. Let's go through this one. I'll check that one. We did make a Toy Biz bin. For a while, this place was a mess, and the sales tubs here were getting intermixed with tubs I just did videos of. And then I was like, I don't know what's going on anymore. Someone please help me. Ooh. Bum, bum, bum. Mystic Force. This is a lovely series. And I love the uniforms. I love the designs. I love the creativity behind this series. The Megazord being all mythical creatures. Just absolutely great. So I was buying stupid stuff too. Look at this. Because I would go to the Halloween store and you would get this for like 10 cents. And I was just like, yeah, just throw it in the corner and just see what happens in the future. Like it takes up no space. Oh boy, the kids' gloves. Yeah, those can all go. So yeah, we have SPD, one of my favorites. We have Dino Charge, which I love the designs and the characters. And the show actually was really decently done, but that was like sporadically buying. I was already toasted and roasted and not buying. The Zords are very blocky for that. And I did not like the Pachycephalosaurus design with that ball and chain Morningstar on its head. Ugh. It's a kid's toy line. That's when it felt like it was more focused to younger kids than being like teenagers, which is like Mass Rider in general. Anyways, that being said, we have our Doggy Kruger. This is the Battleized Power Ranger. It was really cool because a lot of the Battleized armor sets, pretty much 95% of them, never show up in the series. It's just Bandai making more toys to sell and kids to interchange the parts, and it's wonderful. But they actually included Rick, the dog. So this is Rick in an action figure mode as his armor. You can see all the variety there. The skeletal looking Red Ranger and Blue Ranger, Omega, and I'm good just remembering it as I go through the stuff now. There were 2 Battleized series, if I'm correct. So this was the first one, and this one's the second. So this is like just weird, stupid armor on a stand. Like when you get Rick the dog, which is like 10 times better. Oh, same backer. And the Bandai was cheap. So when it came to, if there are 2 series, it's been a while, so help me remember, they would just be like, whatever, just print the same backer. No one's going to care. But I like my SPD a lot, so I really do want to keep this stuff. I'm hoping I'm going to find duplicates in here. Dino Charge Green Ranger. These were kind of funky. Does it still work? How does this work? Try me. Wind. That's still vague. Oh, it's a button release. Is it a button release? I'm going to break this while it's still in the package. Yeah, it's there we go. So I'll let this one go. This is wonderful. $12.99. That's ridiculous at Target for this toy. I mean, it's big, it's beefy, it looks wonderful, but that was years ago. Wow, $9.08. I probably paid like $4 for it. It still looks great. I just can't keep everything anymore. And it's and was the larger scale size versus the regular scale size. I need to cut back. You've seen how many toys I have, so we gotta choose something to let go of, man. But Dino Charge, excellent line. We're at that point. You can't collect the world. You really can't, especially in the last 10 to 15 years, as toy companies were just producing toys for kids to play with and adults who find interest in that and collect it themselves for the nostalgia. Now there's just so much money being targeted to collectors producing wonderful stuff. I mean, you can collect it all to the ends of the earth, but they're producing it at such a high volume. It's just, I can't keep up. I don't know if you guys can. Omega Ranger. This one actually transforms into his giant oversized. I just like, there's a point where I break reality. Yes, I'm watching a kid show, but it's giant motorcycle shows that you're like, really? That one I was not a big fan of, but it's still a pretty neat toy. And you had the Dougie Kruger that transformed into the base, which is really cool. SWAT Megazord, Red Ranger. The Ranger that turned into the red base was weird. That was a little more uncommon, to be honest with you. But these are very hard to get now, but not many people are excited to buy Battleized or the Mega. But I bought these and I kept them dead mint. This is like look at this Target bag. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I thought we were going to pull out mostly just SPD, but that was a lot of Power Ranger Mystic Force. Let's see what we got here. Is this, I think this is a duplicate. Bum, bum, bum. We're on the road to selling things. Be no variations here. Yeah. So that's just me. Like, I mean, they would blow this stuff at KB. It was probably like, 3 for $10 at some point. So this is great. We got something to sell. I'm probably going to hazard it's going to be like, $25-30. But that's great. So look at that. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah. So the baseline figures are the best. There's Broodwing, which was nice. That you got a Crybot and you got the Broodwing accessory repainted. That would go on. The pink one is much more uncommon to get of the Crybots. Just towards the end, we got all the SWAT armor. Wonderful pieces. The hand-painted hard copies are being displayed here. Well, they show these figures. They're the painted hard copies. These are far more detailed. So in general, when the original sculpt is made of an action figure and then you make a copy of it and make the resin hard copies that are used for creation of the steel molds, the hand-painted samples, as you can see here, or used for catalogs or for Toy Fair magazine, they will lose a little bit of detail compared to the wax sculpt. But when the steel molds are made, you even lose more detail. So these resin hand-painted sample prototypes will have more details. And then on top of that, when they paint them by hand, they usually look way better than the production samples. So I can see like little, it just pops so much stronger. And then you flip over your figure you got produced at the store and you're like, oh, that doesn't kind of look like that. More paint decos especially. Still really cool on that. Here's doggy talking version. Sad thing about the SPD figures too is they are the sound effects versions of them. You cannot unscrew the back. You cannot take it apart and replace the battery. So the battery's dead. It is dead, and that toy will never talk again. That's super awesome. Doggy Kruger's costume design is one of the most strongest of all the Power Rangers out there. And I kept these in, as I said, these are all mint shape, which I don't think anybody cares, just me. SWAT Omega. Boom, boom, boom. And of course, they didn't make Boom. They didn't make Cat. You know, I'm just being bitchy. I know that. But these are wonderful. Here's Sky. Look at that. So, as I was mentioning earlier, if you look at the Sky here, this is the hand-painted hard copy. You see the red highlights for the morph that slid into the SWAT chest. Not painted. So you'll get more paint apps. Yep, you'll get far more paint apps. The black legs, a little bit of black highlights in the legs there. Could just be some shadowing, but yeah. I mean, overall, still really nice, but... And then we have the Red Ranger. Very nice. And we're going to wrap this up with Sid the Squid, the Pink Ranger. So we need Z and Bridge to finish this setup, which I have them in our tub most likely. So we're going to hit that tub, then I'll know what's duplicate in general. So we're on to Mystic Force now. These are the first series. Oh my... Check that out. It's the power of the Mystic batteries. The power of the Rangers keep these batteries going. So this should be the first series with the light up shields, I believe it was, or I could be wrong. That's still pretty cool. So you have Yellow Ranger. We have 2 Yellow Rangers. This is stuff I can sell. I don't think the market's that strong. Both of them work. And they're probably about $30 each, 35, a little bit more creasing on this one, so we'll let that one go. But yeah, I was just like, you know, the Toys R Us or KB put these on sale. I was buying up a storm on these. Pink isn't working. Do we have more pinks? We have a lot more pinks. So that was the other thing too. It's like you're fighting between Bandai's rarity of female figures being produced, less numbers, or do people want to have the Red Ranger more often? And that's, you know, a tough question. So I bought a number of the pink and blue Ranger for Mystic Force. Not sure if the market would go up, but in general, I don't think it went anywhere. These are about $30-$35 each. And that's just how it is. Power Ranger toys in general just don't really skyrocket in value. Even like the Divatox figure after, wow, I think she was worth like $100 carded in 2010, and I'd probably hazard she's only worth $150 now. The market really just hasn't flown up in value, which is just how the world is. I like the dolphin design. That was very nice. Very nice. Well, technically it's not a dolphin, but I'm just being a little weird. Got a Red Ranger. Very nice. The Phoenix. Green, the Minotaur. Oh no, I was doing really well. All of them were lighting up, right? And we got the Henchman. The Evil Spaces. I just need one of those. That's fine. That one's got a corner crease. So those are all for sale. But, wow. We had pretty much the whole set. That is exceptional with a lot of duplicates for sale. But yeah, picking up more Power Ranger stuff. Let's put it this way. The money isn't coming in as much as it used to. So I have to really choose wisely what I'll be bidding on for the auction that's coming up. Did I put away a pink? No. And I really wouldn't mind walking away with a Mystic Force costume, but to be honest with you, I don't think that's in the cards. It's just crazy, but yeah, I just wish the sales picked up and I had more spending money to sit on for some of that, but I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, the SPD is a little bit bigger. So anyways, if you enjoyed watching this video and just me going through 80s and 90s and 2000s toys and just talking about them, just subscribe. I appreciate it. It's just not just sit down and chill and talk. But yeah, I remember like nobody was collecting this stuff too really in the past. Like you would walk into Toys R Us Every Power Ranger character was available. Every Megazord was available. And if you were smart, you could wait just before Christmas, like a month, maybe 3 weeks. And Toys R Us would always do a special event sale. It was like buy two, get one free or something. And I always buy like 3 Megazords. I remember buying like 10 Mystic Force Titan Zords. That was awesome. But like again, nobody cared then. Nobody was really scalping this stuff. I was just like, I'm gonna buy 10 because Megazords are awesome. They're all gone except for one now, but that's just how it is. So we got rid of a number of stuff. We haven't got rid of it yet, but we have to sell it. But that is great. It as I finished the video up, it just jogged a lot of memories of going to the store all the time and checking out the Power Rangers, the Dragon Ball Z from Jax. They were nicer times. And the Dragon Ball Z stuff sold really well. They rarely ever restocked it that often. So it was hard to get special figures, Majin Boos and stuff like that. But yeah, the Power Rangers were pretty much always available. Like, you really never had a tough time getting a character you wanted or a Megazord. There's just Bandai always kept a great assortment, and the shipping boxes just flowing to Toys R Us, KB, and everywhere else. I don't think there's any time I can think about it where a Power Ranger figure was actually technically rare. Divatox, sure, and a couple, even like the early Triangle boxes from Mighty Morphin, they were uncommon comparatively. You would find Red Ranger, Black Ranger way more often than Blue Ranger, and then Pink and Yellow were much tougher. But